morning guys, it is Monday. I am waiting for Autoglass to come. Well, they've got a slot between 8 and 1. So I'm just like on the edge waiting for them to arrive. I'm just about to get my breakfast and do some work on my laptop. This weekend's been very chilled, as expected, because I was just so tired, but I feel much better now, much more refreshed. We didn't go anywhere. Oh no, we did go out for lunch. Well, it was like a brunch on Sunday, but literally other than that, we've just spent the whole weekend at home, which is always nice. I like doing that, especially when Chris is on a night shift and I don't get to see him much, so it's nice to kind of just chill out with him over the weekend. So yeah, so hopefully the car, well, it should be fixed today. I can't imagine it being an issue, but fingers crossed it'll be all fixed and done today. And then tomorrow I've got my ultrasound, just to kind of see how these cysts are doing. And then on Thursday I've also got an MRI on my pelvis as well. So I assume they're going to compare the MRI scan with the CT scan from a couple of weeks ago, just to sort of see how big or small they are and whether they're going away on their own or whether they're going to need some kind of intervention. But I also got an appointment for June, for like that follow-up appointment to discuss those results. So with that in mind, it sounds like the surgery that I've got planned is going to go ahead, because I have my date now for my surgery. It is, well, I've had it a while, but I wanted to wait to sort of see what's going on before I kind of like announced it properly. But the 12th of May is my surgery. And because this other follow-up appointment with the consultant about the cysts is in June, it sounds like they've taken into account the fact that I will be having surgery. So yeah, surgery's in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. And I'm going to be sharing it all. I'll make a whole video about this, but I'm going to be sharing it all sort of as live as I can. Obviously I'll be recovering and sometimes I'll just be asleep, but I just want to kind of keep you all updated with how I'm getting on, because I didn't get to do that last time. Like, I started my YouTube channel after my surgery, whereas this time at least I can kind of do live updates sort of thing. So yeah, I'm pleased that I'll be doing it that way. But yeah, cup of tea, breakfast, and then just waiting for Autoglass Man. That's his name, Autoglass Man. You know how Autoglass were coming today to fix the windscreen? I said to the lady on the phone when I booked this appointment, it's got city brake. It's got rain and whatever sensor on the windscreen, but also it's got city brake, so it's got the camera. I said that to her on the phone. The earliest she could do, this was last week, the earliest they could do was Monday today. The Autoglass Man came, don't get me wrong, he was lovely, and he looked a little bit like Guy Martin. So, I know, he came in and was like, ooh, we haven't got the right glass for you. And I'm like, okay. And then he went, not only that, but did they mention anything about your calibration of the sensor and the camera thing? And I'm like, no. And they said, well, I don't think we do that. So you'd probably have to go to your dealer to do that, and it will cost you, it won't be under your insurance. And I was like, what? I said, he rang up his bloke on the phone and sort of said, oh, we've got the wrong glass, we need to order in some more. So I said, fine. And then he was like, well, I'll put you on to him and you can have a chat with the bloke. So I was like, hello. And he was saying basically they do have the equipment in order to carry out the recalibration of any sensors and whatever, but it's in, I think the nearest one to me is in Leicester. I'd have to go to them. They can't come to me because it's a static piece of equipment, so I would have to go into their like facilities to get it done. And it definitely isn't included in my insurance. And so I would have to pay, on top of my £100 excess that I've already paid, I would have to pay £240. So I'm going to email the salesperson from Honda that I bought the car from and see what to do, because Honda might be able to get it cheaper than that to do the recalibration of the sensors and stuff. Bear in mind it's their car, you know, it's Honda car, so they may be able to do a better deal than going to Auto Glass to get it recalibrated. Either way, the windscreen still has to be replaced and I still have to wait for them to get the right glass in. So I'm feeling really annoyed at the minute. Aside from that, it's actually been an alright day. It's just that, it's been really annoying. And oh, actually, I did end up eating lunch a little late and I ended up having chips because that was all I wanted in my bad mood. Gone for eating again. Deary me. To be fair, it's not like I got chips from the chip shop. They were like oven chips, 5% fat. And I didn't have any cheese on. It was just chips. So it was bad, but it's been worse before. Anyway, I'm gonna get a cup of tea because it always helps. And also, oh my God, where did this come from? To be fair, it is mostly air. Oh, whatever. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday. I've got my scan this afternoon, which if you saw my blog post, it's basically I've got 2 ovarian cysts and the scan is an ultrasound, but like an internal one. Just to kind of see how the cysts are looking and what's going on with them basically. So yeah, I've got that this afternoon, but the worst thing about it, like I don't even mind the scan, the thing I'm dreading is that you have to go with a full bladder, and I hate the feeling of needing a wee. Like it's just one of my worst feelings. Like I'd rather be in pain than need a wee, and it's like I just hate it. So the fact that you have to go there with a full bladder, I'm not impressed. It said an hour before you have to drink a litre of water. So I really don't want to do that. But if it means that the scan goes better, or I don't even know what the logic is behind it, but I assume there's a reason, and you know, if that's what it says, then I'll do it. But it just, oh, I hate that feeling. The wee afterwards is going to be like the best wee ever. So that's today, the ultrasound, and then on Thursday I'm also having an MRI scan on my pelvis as well. So they've got lots of imagery, and then I've got my actual consultation about all those results and the next steps in June after my surgery. So that's that. I don't think there's anything. Oh, on Friday, Auto Glass are coming out because yesterday they couldn't fix it. So on Friday, Auto Glass are going to fix my windscreen, and then I need to work out how or who is going to recalibrate my cameras. Anyway, I'm going to grab a cup of tea and then head off to my laptop. I say head off, it's literally like over there. You can't really see you anyway, it's like a silhouette. A little angry silhouette, but still. Good afternoon, it is Wednesday. I've not really vlogged at all today, sorry, I've just been busy on my laptop. So yesterday was my ultrasound, but it was, because it's to look at these ovarian cysts, it had to be an internal ultrasound. So it wasn't, well, I think they usually do both, but I went in and I said, I don't really have a lot of space in my abdomen because I have 2 ostomy bags, and he was like, yeah, no, we'll probably just go straight to the internal one. But it was dead quick. I think it was about 10 minutes, well, not even that, it was probably about 5 minutes actually doing the examination. So yeah, so he said, based on what he saw, he would usually refer an MRI anyway. and I have one tomorrow, which the hospital had already booked. So it's kind of worked out all right in the end, because if I hadn't have got one already planned in for tomorrow and he'd referred me and got that booked in, it probably would have been ages anyway. So it's nice that it's all nice and quick. So it's worked out quite well. So I have my MRI tomorrow. That's just of the pelvis. And I've had MRIs before, I quite like them. They send me to sleep though, so because they're so like, you've got the rhythmic sound of the MRI scanner, and it's kind of like, it just always, because it's like you're cocooned in this little tube and you're just like all comfortable. So I quite like MRI scans actually, it's really weird. And then Friday, ultraglass will come in. So hopefully by the weekend, all the annoying things are done and I can get back to sort of a bit of a normality before then having like the countdown to my surgery, because it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow that is. I've got a pre-assessment next week on the 4th, which is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. I'm still in excited mode. I've not quite got to the oh my god I'm nervous kind of mode yet, so I'm sure that'll kick in at some point. But at the minute I'm still just really excited. Tea is just so good. Oh, I completely forgot as well. Sam Cleasby, also known as So Badass, also known as one of my favourite bloggers ever, also known as She's Awesome. She was on this morning, yesterday morning, and she met Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby and was talking about stoma stigma was the hashtag. And a colorectal surgeon called Ian Daniels, who I've met as part of this project for Coloplast that I was working on. Yeah, so I met him. When I saw Sam on like the clip that she shared last night on YouTube, I'll link it below so you can watch it. And I was watching it and I was like, oh, there's Sam, and I was like, oh, there's Ian Daniels. So I got all excited because I was like, I've met him. But anyway. So yeah, so it was a really good clip. I will link it below so you can watch it. And yeah, the product that Julie was talking about is called the Rucksack, I think it is, which I've seen before. I don't think I personally would need to use it, but there's other, I mean, Sam really liked it, so I'm sure there are lots of people that would find it really beneficial to them. It's not my thing, but that's just because I've got my routine now. For the last 6 years, I'm very stubborn in my ways, and I like to kind of stick to the same routine. So I personally probably wouldn't use it, but I will still link it below because you might find it really useful and you might be like, oh, this is exactly what I've been looking for. So I will link it, and if I've forgotten, remind me, and then I'll make sure I do actually link it. But yeah, I just thought it was really nice for it to be on mainstream TV, you know, national TV, and people talking about it and just raising some awareness, especially this month because it's Bowel Cancer Awareness Month. And so yeah, it was really nice to kind of get it out there and get people talking about it. So yeah, I was just like proper fangirling as well because I love Sam so much. If you've not checked out her blog, you are missing out. She's awesome. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description because she's got a YouTube channel now as well. I think she's had it a while, but I don't know how often she was posting before, but she's now starting to upload more on her channel, which is great because I really hope that means a lot more videos because she is just so... she's very photogenic because she's gorgeous, but she's just so good to listen to, and to see her talking about stuff, I could just like watch her for hours. I really am. I need to stop fangirling because like, it's just too much. It's just too much. She's awesome. Anyway, yes, cup of tea, and I need to warm up. I'm really trying to not put the heating on, but now it's hailing, so I feel like it's allowed. But Chris keeps telling me just to put like a jumper on or a blanket, so I'll go for the blanket route first. But if I'm still cold, I'm putting the heating on. Yeah, no, tea is really good. Well, Autoglass are here and they're fixing my windscreen. Well, they're replacing the windscreen. But we don't know now if the thing that's attached to the windscreen is what we think it is. I was told that it was the city brake camera. I emailed Honda and they said, I don't think that is the city brake camera. We think it's the rain sensor. But Chris has got a rain sensor in his car and it hasn't got that thing that I've got. So I'm really confused. Honda said it's definitely not a city brake because that's not where the sensor is. So I don't know. We'll see. If the car works and I can drive it, then I'm not really bothered. I have to say I'm very happy because my car is now, well, it's got a brand new windscreen. We're all good. So yeah, I'm just really happy to have my car back. And we've just taken it to get both the cars washed. And it looks nice and shiny now, so we're all good. So yeah, so it's been an alright week, apart from just being frustrating with the car, but other than that, everything's been quite cool and gone to plan, mostly, I think. So this weekend we've just decided that this weekend we're going to go and see Captain America Civil War. So I'm very excited about that because I'm very much into the whole Marvel thing. Chris not as much of a fan, he's more into DC, but I'm definitely more into Marvel. So I've been looking forward to this film and it's finally out, so I'll be able to see that at this weekend at some point. I will say goodbye, but I hope you're having an awesome day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in whichever next video I make. It'll probably be Ostomonday though, hopefully. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.